So tape is rolling. 15 seconds. Have a great show.
Thank you, my
Thanks.
friend.
10 seconds.
They're great here.
In
Me?
5,
What?
4, 3, 2.
Folks, how you doing? I'm Hubert Guy. Welcome to the Actors Cut with Hubert Guy. This is going to be a great show. We're going to bring you lots of informative information about theater, film, radio, TV, internet. We're going to give you great audition tips. We're going to have great people down here, actors, actresses, directors, producers, you know, so you can get a feel for the person that you're watching on TV or the person that you want to follow, and also just enjoy a great show. We're going to talk about everything on this show. We'll talk about social awareness. We'll talk about sports. We'll talk about your mama. No, I'm just joking. We ain't going to talk about your mama. We were not going to talk about your mama. I'm just joking. All right? So this is going to be a great show, and my first guest today is the lovely Princess Bonham. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
It's good to have you on my show. I'm good. And she is actually my first guest that's on my show for my new series, The Actors Cut. So I'm very honored, and thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So tell us about yourself.
Okay, I'm a full-time actress. I do theater and film and TV, mostly theater as of right now. I'm a political activist. I'm so passionate about politics. I'm obsessed with parrots.
Parrots.
I love parrots. They're my favorite species of bird, and one day I want to have my own bird sanctuary, like in my home. I want to have like a huge room with like 50 different parrots, and yeah.
Parrots, I love parrots, you know. Just don't be saying nothing wrong around them, because you know parrots, they repeat everything.
Yeah,
that funny commercial that's out with the pirates. They jump on the guy, the other captain's ship, and the parrot goes, "Let's take all their gold and hide it from the crew, because they all smell anyway." And he's like, no, I didn't say that. No, I'm the one that smells bad. It's hilarious.
Oh,
But yes, we actually met doing theater, and she's a very talented actress, and you know it's been great to work with you. And when did you want to get started in acting?
Okay, so it all started when I was 7 years old, and I saw The Lion King on Broadway. And The Lion King has always been my favorite movie. So seeing it live was incredible, because it looked like, essentially what they're doing, the actors, they're using puppets to create all of the animals in the world of the Lion King. And I was so fascinated by it, because they're using pieces of wood and to create like my favorite movie right in front of me. It was mind-blowing.
That is a very elaborate show. I haven't seen it, but I want to see that show.
So it's amazing. It's incredible. So I was like, Mom, I want to do that. Like, she's like, okay, you can. I'm like, really? Oh my God, it's so cool. Because like, to me, people who were in movies and in Broadway shows were like these like mega superhumans. Like, they weren't like real people to me. So my mom telling me that I could actually do that was like, seriously?
Right.
Okay, so I'm doing it.
And that was good that she told you, because sometimes parents be like, oh no, but you know, it's good to have, you know, supporting parents. It's good that your mom supports you in your craft, and you know, she definitely should, because like I said, you are a great actress and so forth. Where did you study?
I studied at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Okay.
And then
here in New York.
Yeah, in New York. And after that, I went to Stella Adler, which is where I'm currently studying as well. They're both really, really good schools, and they're theater conservatories. So, yeah.
And those are both here in New York City?
Yeah, they're both in the city, yeah.
Man, very nice, very nice. So would you recommend somebody going to acting school, or like, because you know, sometimes, you know, people like, what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence, never went to acting school and won all these Grammys and so forth, and that's like an anomaly, huh? That's like one in like a billion for somebody to, you know, but I mean, I guess it's all like inside talent too.
She's definitely a superhuman. She's like I think there's very few people who can do what she does. But I think part of what makes her so successful, in my opinion, is that she started pursuing it at a young age. Like she came to New York City at 14, I believe, and started going on auditions, and like she was like, screw high school, I'm just gonna do this, you know? And so I think because she didn't go through high school and all of that, I think she wasn't conditioned by society so much, if you know what I mean. So she went into it with a very fresh, open mind, and she was able to just live truthfully in every film. I feel like she's a chameleon. Like, you can throw her in every movie, anywhere, and she'll just be natural. So that's really cool. But for us non-superhumans, I would definitely suggest going to acting school, because acting is a craft, and a lot of it is technical as well, especially when it comes to film. But it's something that needs to be practiced, and there's so much that goes into it. You know, I feel like sometimes people think acting is easy.
I understand.
You know,
I understand.
There's a lot. There's so many different methods and techniques that are very beneficial to learn. So I think acting school is like, I think if you want to act, you should definitely go to acting school. Unless you're a superhuman. But that, I feel like you don't know unless you try. It's just,
you got to put yourself out there, you know. But acting school, you know, that is good because it gives you those basic fundamentals. You know, it gives you that foundation of, you know, what's going to really help you grow, you know, in your craft, you know, in the different genres like the theater and the film and TV and so forth. So what do you prefer to do? Like, what is I know that we've done theater, and I've seen you in a couple other plays, but what does Miss Princess prefer?
Okay. Theater is my number one home. Hands down, it's number one, because what I like about theater is that I can live for 2 hours straight, or however long the production is, and then we take our bows and it's over. But with film, it's like, it's a lot of stopping and starting and waiting, and it's great. I think film, you can do so much with film that you can't do on stage, and I respect the medium, and I think film is really cool. But like I said, I love theater because I can really truly live there.
You're that person for that time.
Yeah, and I think also film is still very new to me, so I'm still getting the hang of staying in it while having to keep stopping and all of these like breaks. It's like weird to me, but I still respect it so much because there's so much you can do with it that you can't do on a stage.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
But when you're on stage, it's just that energy is live, and and it's just, you know, and it's just. I mean, I can't explain it. I mean, you really have to be involved and like be on stage and really have that passion for it to understand. Like when you're getting on stage, like I was getting lost in my roles when I was up there. I mean, because it's just, you know, you're there in the moment and you put what you have into that role in that moment. And
the audience's energy is something that's how, like, it feeds you. It feeds me up there, and I work off their energy, and it's the best feeling ever when you're in this world on stage, but at the same time you can feel their energy, that you can feel them enjoying you or not enjoying you. Right. But it's still really great because it's like they're giving you energy, and it's like, oh, it's so fun. It's like, it's really great.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So what are some of your credits? What can people have seen you in or can see you?
Yeah. Okay. So. I was just in a show, it was a one-act show called You Don't Have to Go to Kansas City to Meet the Devil on 54th Street.
You can meet him right here.
Exactly. And my role in that, I learned, like, I met the devil, and it was a very powerful show, very different from any show I've ever done. So that was really fun. It ran for a week. I've been in a couple other off-Broadway productions, like the one with you, and which was a lot of fun.
That play was, and that was my first time doing theater, and that was absolutely, and I don't think I could have done it with a better first cast, because you know, even though, you know, we had our little glitz and glicks, but when we got on that stage, you know, and that was fun. That was a fun play. Yeah. I'm currently working on some web series. One is called Across the Bridge, and I'm really excited about it because it's a very different. I think it's very different to the shows that are out right now, and I think it'll be very enjoyable. It's about these two close friends who start their own NBA management company using advanced analytics to find their clients, as opposed to the traditional methods that have been used by NBA management companies. And my character, I'm the lead male's current love interest, among others. And it's really fun, and it's a different world than I've
I've done so far. Like, you know what I mean by world? Like,
Yeah.
So it's a different world for me, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. And I have a really fun what am I saying? I have a fun comedy show coming up.
Very nice. Tell us about that.
This weekend. It's a sketch comedy show, an improv sketch comedy
Nice.
show. It's called the Beverly Bonner Show,
Okay.
and we're mocking like reality TV basically. It's a talk show that's mocking reality TV shows and other talk shows because the director and producer of this show, she's kind of playing with the absurdity and I guess sort of the stupidity that's
Right.
very
That's out there.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun and it's gonna be really, really, really funny. You should come see it.
It sounds funny. I am
gonna-
gonna have to check that out. That
Yeah.
really does sound good.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a total ass of myself. It's gonna be great.
Well, we got to sometime in life.
Of course.
Why not do it on a stage?
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
At least we're doing it as part of our craft and not just making an ass of ourselves.
Yeah. That's what's so great about comedy, though. It's like you don't have to worry about what people are gonna think about you. It's just go out there, have fun, make fun of people, and it's great. It's great because
Right.
no hard feelings, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something serious that we were both talking about because we're both non-union, and we were talking about the importance of SAG. So I want you to talk about that a little bit, elaborate on that, and how you feel about it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not part of the union yet, and I think it's important when you get to a certain point in your career because when you're first starting out as an actor, you have to do smaller projects to build your reel and to build your experience and your credits, and those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun. They're fun.
Copy that.
They're fun, but you don't really get paid.
Right.
And sometimes the conditions are not up to standard because you don't have the union behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, what I'm looking forward to when I do eventually join the union is just the basics, safe working conditions,
Right.
minimal pay.
What more can we ask for?
Yeah. Also, if people if they don't follow their contract, for example, the union will fight for you. You can take them to court and stuff. But like I said, what I'm really looking forward to is the basics.
Yeah.
I want to be safe.
Yeah.
I want to be fed.
Yeah.
Feed me.
And getting a better selection and more of a selection of jobs as well.
Not just higher paying work, but I guess how do I say this? More I guess bigger projects. But like I said, the smaller stuff, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
It
fun.
builds character, and you're out there and just
Yeah.
exposure. And if you love it, you're just enjoying everything
course.
that you're doing.
Yeah.
So, and we're both black actors, obviously.
are? Oh my
So,
God.
what do you think the state of black actors is right now?
I think that we need to create opportunities for ourselves because if we sit and just wait for people to create them for us, it's not going to happen. Right. It just is what it is. But luckily, we have Spike Lee's and Tyler Perry's and Rhonda Rhimes. We have writers and directors who are creating work for us. So that's awesome. And I think, I don't know,
maybe I'm kind of feeling too, touching off what you said, we have to start producing more of our own material.
Yeah, because we need to make our voices heard.
Yeah.
Especially, the climate in this country. We have the power to make our voices heard. It's not like we don't have the resources. We have it. So let's use what we've got. Let's use our platform to make our voices heard and raise awareness to what we're going through. Because I feel like a lot of people who are not in our community, they're not 100% aware of what we're going through.
Right.
So it's our job to put it out there.
And it's very hard too.
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's very hard. It's just going to different auditions and just really people getting a feel for you and it's not it's hard. And you really have to work and be passionate about it. You probably hear no a lot more than you hear yes. But when you finally get into your groove and get into that key, you know, everything is pretty much okay. But you know, black actors today, I definitely feel that we have to, you know, like I'm doing. Hey, I'm producing my own show here at MNN. You know, more black people, come on down and do it.
Yeah.
Let's get a format, you know. And there's also lots of things, like you said, different, you know, entities that we can get our, you know, voices heard through. As far, you know, they have so many different film festivals and so forth, and even an internet. We can do web series and put stuff on the internet. You know, maybe even start to create our own film festival. You know, where it's maybe nothing but just independent black films there. You
That'd
know,
be really cool.
That's a thought right
That'd
there.
be
Might
really
have
cool.
to put that into, you know, yeah, definitely. So who are some of the actors and actresses that you like and that you came up enjoying and watching?
Okay, so I have to say Jim Carrey, because he's so free. He's so free physically and vocally, and he has a lot of fun with his roles. And so because he has so much fun with it, I have fun watching his stuff. And for a while, he was just sort of doing the, like, silly character stuff. And then, you know, he recently did a film where it was just a very serious role.
Yes, yes.
That was really cool to see
Yes.
because I forgot the name of it, but that was really cool to see.
I think with someone with sunshine in it or something. I can't remember,
Yeah, it
but
was
yeah,
cool
I
to
know
see
what you're talking
because
about.
it's like, it's a completely different side of him, and it's a nice reminder that we're very multifaceted as human beings. So I love him because he's so free. I love Jennifer Lawrence. Like, who doesn't? She's
love
a
Jennifer
superhuman.
She is, and she is
You know?
a superhuman. She plays Mystique in
Yeah.
the X-Men, so she's
Yeah.
definitely superhuman.
I seriously feel like you can throw her in any world and she'll just be natural.
You know, I saw her
amazing.
in Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah,
That
I was just about to say
gave
that.
me a whole nother level of
I was
respect
just
for her.
about to say, because-
That movie was like
Yeah.
incredible.
After seeing her in Hunger Games and X-Men, and then you see her in this, she's in The Suburbs, and she's playing, you know, like a real human being with
Yeah.
human emotions that sometimes I feel like she just went all out with it, and she's like, yeah, I'm not crazy, I'm a human being, and I have these feelings, and like, fuck off if you want to judge me. Like, so that's really cool. She's a superhuman. I love her.
Yeah, I love that. Who else?
Okay, Morgan Freeman, and here's why. His
He's
voice.
got that voice.
Yeah. So I love speech. Like, I've always had a thing for speech. I've always been, like, passionate about speech. And I love that his voice is so captivating that he'll steal your attention no matter what. Like, you can't hear his voice and not stop what you're doing. He's very commanding. I love that. I admire that. So commanding. Another person who I admire for that reason is Taraji.
Oh yeah.
Taraji, she is so strong and powerful. Her presence is powerful, her voice is powerful, her acting is powerful, and she's very brave.
She commands it.
She commands it, and she's brave, and I love that. She's very inspiring. I want to be like her. I want to be just like her. I want to be just like you. Just like you. And what I like about her, like, in real life, too, like, outside of her acting work, is that she's humble, but she's not gonna sit there and be like, oh, you know, like, I'm all right, you know, I'm pretty awesome, but you know. No, she's like, I'm Taraji, and you're not gonna mess with me. You're not gonna, like, for some reason, like, when there's rumors about her, she's like, fix it,
Right.
now, fix it. Like, I'm not gonna let this go on for any longer. Like, this, no.
Right.
Like, she's very, even in her, like, real life, she's a strong person. She's not, like, you know, like, I don't know what word to use. She's not, like, she's
Petite and
yeah, she's humble.
Yeah.
But she knows her worth.
Right.
That's the thing that I really
Right.
love about her as a person.
And that's what we really have to know as you know, all of us really, and especially as actors too, know our worth,
got to know, yeah.
you know, is very important. Yeah, I love Taraji too.
Yeah.
So tell me about, because I have a very funny one. I'm gonna tell you first. I'll tell mine first, so it'll make you feel more comfortable when you
Okay.
tell yours. So what I'm gonna ask her is her most embarrassing or funniest audition. Now, I went on an audition a couple of weeks ago, and it was for, like, being a host of, like, a sports show, so forth. And you know, I do my sports guru all the
Yeah.
time, and I'm big in sports. Anybody who knows me knows I'm big in sports. So I get the script, and the way was for a monster truck series. And you know how they talk on the monster trucks and it's big and you're coming. So I'm doing this, I'm going over the script in my head over and over, and I'm doing it like 3 times. And I'm, way more than 3 times, scratch that, way more. And so by the time I get it, I'm so amped up with the energy, I'm like, yeah, I got this. So finally comes up to be my time. I go in the audition room, and you know how they say, you know, slate your name, you know, your number and your height. They took our height, and I messed up on that. How do you mess up on your own name? Like, really?
I've done it before out of nervousness.
Oh my God! And
Yeah.
I was, and it was so funny. And I'm thinking to myself when I'm doing it, how did you just do that? How did you mess up on your name and forget what number that's pinned on your shirt, what number audition you are? and so I get into reading my script, and I have all of this energy because I'm just thinking it's the Monster Jam. I got to kill it. And I just started reading super fast. It was like I drunk like 50 Red Bulls. And,
gosh.
you know, I got through the first part. Then she go, oh, okay, go to the next one. And then I did it. And then, you know, at the end, you know when you don't get the part, she was like, oh, great, you did it. Thank you. Have a good day. And it was so, at first I was hurt because I was like, dang, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I talk about sports. This is what I do. How could I go in there and flub? At first I was kind of upset, but then I was like, it's just another job. And I actually laughed about it. Now I figured this would be my most funniest audition. Hopefully I won't have any more flubs like that, but it was hilarious. I got to laugh about it. Ha, ha.
That's funny.
Now you, what was yours?
Okay. I'm debating between one where I was so tired they thought I was drunk, and one where my pants fell. I'll give you both.
Yeah, let's hear both of those.
Okay, so
Sounds interesting.
yeah, that audition was after a long day of auditioning. It was like 8 o'clock at that point, 8 p.m. And I'd gone on like 5 other auditions that day. And I was so tired, but I was like, no, I'm not going to go to Starbucks. I've been drinking Starbucks too much this week. Screw it. I'm fine. You're fine, princess. You're fine. So I went in, and I did my warm-up. I'm like, okay, I'm energized. So I go inside, and I start saying my monologue, which was a powerful monologue, but I was so tired that my speech it got so slow that it was like, I started like slurring my speech, and I'm just like, focus, princess, while like in my head I'm like, focus, I'm saying it. I started slurring my speech, and I messed up, and I was like, sorry, can I start again? They're like, all right, and I did it again. It was the same thing. I started slurring my speech, and then they cut me off, and they go, did you drink? And I'm like, no, oh my God, no. And I said, I'm just really tired.
Oh
and I'm just
my
like,
God.
they're like, wow. Okay.
That is hilarious.
I actually got the role though.
Copy that.
Yeah, so I was really shocked that I did, but that's cool.
Because they're probably like, just give it to her. She's
she's a hard worker.
She was so tired from doing so many other auditions. We know she has the talent. Just give it to her.
Yeah, I guess. I was mortified though. Like drinking. That's crazy. Another one was for a Shakespeare production, and I was doing a monologue as Lady Macbeth, and that's one of my favorite monologues. And I went on the ground, and I was doing that monologue where she's summoning the spirits to take away my femininity and give me the strength of a man so I can kill the king. Mm-hmm. So I'm summoning these spirits, and I'm on the ground. So I'm starting up, and I'm like saying my monologue, and then I go to the ground, and I'm like, my hands are up and everything. And so after the monologue's over, the look on their faces was just like, and I'm like, why are they looking at me that way? I thought I did really great. And I looked down, and my pants had fallen, like when I fell to the ground, because the pants I was wearing were like, they were like slacks, sort of, but they were really loose and just really comfortable. But I didn't tie the string part around my waist. So it was really loose. And so when I went down, my pants slid down, and I didn't know because I was so into the monologue. So I looked down, and I was like, oh my God, and I like pulled it up. I was just like,
that's called staying in the moment, folks.
like afterward, yeah. I was just like, oh God, as I pulled it up and I striked a pose. I was like,
that was part of the show.
That was so random. Like, I didn't even know where that pose came from because I was doing like Lady Macbeth, and I was just like, ta-da! And they were like,
well, she's the lady.
I guess.
I'm sure she struck a pose before. Madonna wasn't the first lady to strike a pose.
I guess. So they were just like, thanks. I was like, thanks. Thank you, guys.
Get your little backpack.
But I was wearing like granny panties that day, so it was
Granny
like,
panties.
Yeah. But I guess it'd be better than if I were wearing like a thong or something, you know?
You had to be like, you got the part.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I would have. Anyways. But yeah, so that was mortifying, but yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. It doesn't just happen to you. It happens to us, too.
Yeah.
So let's get some, you've been doing this for a while, and I'm sure that you have some good knowledge, some information on some tips that, you know, that we can prepare ourselves for an audition, like not only like the technical side, but as far as, you know, sometimes, you know, we get a little hot, we get a little nervous, maybe some too, maybe any type of beauty tips. What can you offer us as far as technical and just keeping ourselves together tips for auditions?
Okay. I have, number one for me would be breathe. It's as simple as it sounds. A lot of people don't breathe, and I used to have a habit of forgetting to breathe. And so I would go into the audition with holding my breath, and then when it came time to speak, I was like, I would like, and like, it would just sound really weird because I would have no oxygen in me because I'd hold my breath for so long, and then they would see that you're nervous, and especially if you're auditioning on camera, the camera sees that you're nervous, and it's just breathe. Breathing takes away a lot of the tension. It makes you look less nervous, feel less nervous. It does a lot.
Right.
It helps. It's good vocally. Breathe.
Right.
Breathe. So yeah, definitely breathe. A tip that I have for just be prepared. You know, like sometimes in auditions you don't know exactly what they're going to ask for. Just prepare what they ask you to prepare, enough that you feel comfortable with it, and then when you get in the holding room, drop it.
Drop it. So what do you have coming up next? Where can we see you? Well, give us your contact information so we don't get cut off before we get your contact information. So give people your information to where they can, you know, get a hold of you.
Yeah. So on Facebook, it's my name, Princess Bonhomme. My last name is Bonhomme. So yeah, Princess Bonhomme. My Instagram is princess_BONH. Same thing for Twitter. And on my website, princessbonhomme.com. Yeah.
You have no excuse not to get a hold of this wonderful, talented, beautiful young woman to be a part of your project. And I thank you for coming down. Give me some love.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I look forward to working with you again.
Yeah.
And she'll be back. She'll keep us updated, you know, with everything that she's working on. And when you get that real big contract and get real rich, she's still gonna come be on my show. Maybe I'll have my show on like NBC or something by then. You know, we're all gonna get big. So, folks, thank you for tuning in with the Actors Cut, the first episode here on my beautiful guest, Princess Bonhomme. I thank you so much. Tune in. We're going to keep you coming with all the hottest stuff, everything.
Yeah.
Peace.
Cool.
That's it.
Cool.
That was pretty good.
Yay.
That was pretty good.
Where do you plan on putting this? Like this show?
This show comes on 4 different channels on M&N.
M&M.